All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. All right, before I get going, I picked this album maybe on purpose. It's called Brace for Impact. This is Perfect Plan. Gonna be talking about the situation with Journey. And anyway, before I get into that, this is a great album if you like Foreigner, Whitesnake, Michael Schenker Group. Yeah, Perfect Plan. Kent Hilly, one of the finest vocalists on the scene today. If you want to hear some new melodic rock, and you can listen to this album from start to finish. Brace for Impact. Now, speaking of bracing for impact, the situation in Journey, and these issues, by the way, I've noticed that the rock media, who would normally like to get into this kind of stuff and put out some drama regarding this situation, has basically decided that they're not going to look over there and find this information. There have been a couple of videos that have been uploaded to YouTube. The latest video that I watched, and I've watched it a couple of times now, is scary, okay? And I'm going to be purposely vague because, like in the other video where I brought attention to this, I don't want people coming after me, all right? I'm not going to mention anyone by name, and I will say this. These are allegations, but there have been some very interesting developments in this as of late. And it has to do specifically with one person in the band Journey, okay? And here's a few bullet points that I wrote down. And if you can tell I'm a little uneasy presenting this, it's because I am, all right? I'd rather be talking about how the unity that the band is now experiencing with Neil and John, I'm hoping that continues. I know people enjoy the drama. Will there be a fist fight? I don't think so. In fact, I think this information may create a kind of protective unity where each member of the band is basically looking out for the other one. This is what I'm going to say, all right? These are the bullet points that I've written down. This is what happens when you get yourself tangled up with the wrong person. That's number one. That's the overarching theme. I just wish somebody who is most, I guess, at risk in this situation, I wish they had chose differently. Okay, I wish they didn't get involved with this particular person. All right, and that's the bullet point. I believe a band member's safety is in question. Yeah, I maybe not, right? Maybe, oh, here, this guy's weird, man. Just talk about how Journey's on tour and the Toto Journey thing is going great, and Neil is playing great, and Arnell sounds great, and Dean is playing great, and yeah, okay, that's all true, but yeah, I'm worried about somebody in the band. In fact, the entire band should be concerned. They should be concerned, and the band should hire more security. The band should hire more security. Now, I know the rock media made fun of Neil Schon, and so did I a little bit. I'm like, dude, you're a little too paranoid, man. This is crazy, you know? You're looking over your shoulder. You're sending security people out there, and you got moles that are trying to get into a dressing room over here, and I don't know what you're trying to find out. All of this now to me doesn't look like paranoia. Now, I'm not saying Neil Schon isn't paranoid, and again, maybe he's still more paranoid than he needs to be. But all of that now kind of goes out the window as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he can be as paranoid as he wants after the material that I've taken in, and you can see it too. I'm not linking to it. If you're a patron, maybe I will give you a link to it. And I'm not even sure I want to do that. There are people who are doing their own due diligence, breaking this stuff down, and they're telling me, Dave, this is scarier than anybody could imagine. And I'm just like, what? And so I didn't want to get into it this deep. I just wanted to do a video about the drama and the casual drama, not the intense drama, like the casual chemistry between Stevie Nicks and Neil Finn. I wanted to do that kind of a thing, where it's not really chemistry. It's just, two people on stage pretending that they are really good together when they have nothing in common. Anyway, so yeah, the band should hire more security, and this could even require intervention by law enforcement. Could, and it should. It should, even just to kind of investigate a little bit and see what the heck's going on and what was meant by what was said. Now, this kind of, I guess, gives people cover in a sense, because there's like an alibi built into this. That's all I'm going to say. A never-ending legal battle may be the result of all of this if the worst-case scenario unfolds, and the future of this band, as owned by Neil and John, that all could be in jeopardy. What? Yeah, it could be. Then again, it might not be. Could be just a false alarm, and I'm being an alarmist, and I'm crazy, and nobody really cares about this, and give me another $14 beer. I want to go and see Journey. Okay. Hopefully you'll be able to go see Journey for the foreseeable future. Hopefully nothing bad is going to happen. But at the very least, this stuff should be investigated. And then if it needs to all just be debunked, debunk it. I'm 100% on board with somebody coming forward and saying, hey, Dave, you're crazy, man. There's nothing to see here. Just move along. I don't even know why you're bringing this up. Is this for views? You're trying to get clicks on your videos? Well, yeah, I want people to watch the videos, but I also want one of my favorite bands of all time to be safe, to keep their brand and not lose their brand, and to continue on and do so in the spirit of unity. It's an interesting coincidence that it appears that Neil and John are maybe mending some fences. And I'm wondering if the stuff that I've uncovered here has started that process where these two guys are saying, look, maybe I don't like you all that much. Maybe I don't like, some of the things you do in your spare time. However, this is bigger than all of that. And I would say to the one key figure in this situation, just be careful. Be careful. And I'm saying this as somebody who actually does care about everybody in that band. And that's all I've really got to say. So again, if you want to reach out to me, that would require becoming a patron. And I don't do this to kind of extort money from people. I'm really worried about social media. I'm worried about chat bots. I'm worried about paid influencers that go into chat rooms, go on Twitter and go on Facebook or wherever else, Instagram. Pretty much all of these places have been corrupted by either artificial intelligence or paid trolls. And by the way, the Twitter files, which have nothing to do with Journey, but certainly the Twitter files prove, I think, like 80% of what was going on via Twitter was fake. It was artificial. Or again, people were being paid to influence. So in any event, all of that darkness might be connected to, I'll just say, the force or the source of what I'm talking about. I don't want to call it a force, but it seems to be like a dark force to me. And maybe it's a big misunderstanding. Let me just say that. Maybe this is a big misunderstanding. And I'm taking people out of context. Maybe there was some really creative editing, and that gave me the perception that this is really serious. But I've pointed this out. And other people have brought it to my attention. They're alarmed by it, and the people I've sent it to, they're freaking out, watching it, thinking, "Oh no, this is really bad." So anyway, folks, I'm not trying to be. Again, I don't want to say anyone's name, and I'm not going to. I'm just not going to do it. I mean, if you want to talk to me about it, that's up to you. Again, there are a couple of social media places. I really do need the support to the channel, but say Gab, for instance. If you want to hit me on Gab with like a private message, I'm over there. All right. I don't spend any time, real time, on social media, though. I did join Getter, but I don't use it. So if you want to hit me up on Getter or Gab, private message, and maybe we can go back and forth. Of course, we heard last night from Elon Musk, who had an interview with Tucker Carlson, that even the direct messages on certain platforms were being monitored. I'm hopeful that both Gab and Getter don't have that problem. And Elon supposedly is trying to resolve that issue over on Twitter as well. So anyway, folks, didn't plan for all the drama, really. I wasn't even sure I was going to do this video, but I'm worried about this band in a way that's completely different from just the normal, will John and Neil reconcile? Folks, there are more important things than American Express cards and t-shirt sales and whatever else, and if you're going to hire a manager or not. These guys should probably go it alone, because who can you trust anymore? I mean, you can't. And as soon as you hire somebody, they're going to have their own agenda, pretty much. So again, here's Perfect Plan. Brace for Impact is the name of the album. I didn't really intend to feature Brace for Impact as the album, but I said, yeah, it's kind of appropriate. And if you're a fan of Foreigner, Whitesnake, Michael Schenker Group, Giant, this is some really great music performed by a really amazing band from Sweden. Yeah, Perfect Plan, not to be confused with Perfect View, who I featured the other day. All right, folks, again, watch these videos, share them. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And if you want to support me on Patreon, you can do it for as little as $1 a month, plus YouTube memberships. Just if you're not into just chatting and you just want to support the channel, I really appreciate all those people who just do the $2.99. I try to keep up with the messages all day long, and I find myself waking up in the middle of the night and going, oh no, I've got like 50 messages here, and it's crazy. It's a good problem to have, but if I don't get to you right away, it's not because I'm not trying. All right, just want to put that out there. All right, folks, see you soon.